Hello and welcome back to another chatty video. Today I will just be kind of doing a little update on what's been going on in my life and kind of just talking about some things on my mind. Honestly, because I missed 3 days from my 30 days of like posting consistently. So I kind of decided that I will just add those days on at the end. So instead of doing 30 days total, I'm just going to do 33 days. So I think we're at like day 19. No, maybe less, maybe like 18 or something. But I have been missing because last week was just crazy. There were so many random things that popped up, and I was already kind of stressed because I'm getting ready for my birthday party this weekend. So it just felt like things were a little bit too hectic and too much going on that I could not focus and sit down for a video. So here I am today. I kind of I kind of forgot, honestly, that the whole reason that I started this is just to practice getting in the habit of talking every day, or not necessarily every day, but just get in the habit of talking and get myself more used to it. And I think I forgot that I just started with my laptop and my headset mic, and I kind of was like trying to be like, oh my God, I need to break out my camera and get my mics and stuff. So I forgot that I can just pull out my laptop and record and talk for a little bit. So I did get my hair cut and colored. It is like a plum, like a chocolatey plum color. The I didn't bleach it, so the tops of my hair is like unbleached with just dye, and then the tips were bleached previously, so you can tell a lot more like the reddish color. But in the sun, it looks so pretty, and I'm really liking it. It's kind of different for me, so I honestly wanted to do like just get my hair dyed pink, like not a bright pink, but maybe like fuchsia pink. But I think that might have been a little bit too much of a big jump, and that might have scared me a little bit too much. So I'm glad that I went with more of like a natural color, and like just in the sun, it's kind of reflective. So I don't know. I think it's kind of cute. Um, I also got my it cut just like layers, kind of like the butterfly cut, and I think that really helped add like more volume to my hair, and it just feels so much healthier. I did vlog a little bit, so you will see that in my next vlog. But oh my God, my ankles are freaking itching from the mosquitoes. I'm sitting out here at 7:30 p.m. and this is like that time of night where the cicadas are like freaking squawking and the mosquitoes are starting to come out. So hopefully it's not too annoying. But Jesus Christ, they're getting my freaking ankles. Um, I wanted to kind of talk about how I've been thinking about time a lot recently, and just like the concept of how we're always in the present. We're never able to like go back to the past, and we're never like able to see ahead or jump forward into the future. Like, really, the only time that we are experiencing is our current time. And sometimes I get like a little tripped out about that, and maybe because that's like I'm at night like chiefing and I'm thinking a little bit too much. But sometimes I'm like, how can I stay in the present more? And I really find myself a lot like thinking about the past, thinking about past decisions, or I think like maybe I did this a lot before, but not so much now. But I would like think about me as a younger person and think about all the things I wish I would have done or wish I would have done differently. And I remember even like this was when I was like in college, like probably a junior in college, or maybe even my last year of college. I think I was no, it had to be like earlier. I don't even know. But I remember dropping my brother off to high school, or just like driving by the high school and seeing like the high schoolers and like thinking like, oh my God, how lucky of them. They have the rest of their lives ahead of them. And I was thinking that at like 19 years, like 20 years old. Like, I literally didn't graduate from high school that long ago. So I think throughout my 20s, that was like kind of a big thing of just wishing that I could go back to the past and either make different decisions or just realize some of the things that I learned in my 20s. Because when I was in high school, I was really like shy and quiet, and I didn't really make friends. Like, it was hard for me to make friends and like keep friends and just make like really good relationships. And I think that's because I was just so insecure, and I really didn't have any confidence. And so when I was like in my 20s and like gaining a little bit more confidence, or at least like in high school, I did not talk to any boys. Like, I was scared of boys. They like teased me as well, so that made it even scarier. But I was scared to like talk to guys. I was even scared to talk to like girls, honestly. I really like felt like I was not like allowed to talk to some people because I thought they were like way cooler than me, and I was just like this random person. But I think like when I got a little older, I started realizing like, bro, it really wasn't that serious in high school. I could have enjoyed it a lot more if I would have realized that I deserve to make friends and be there and take up space. But that in high school, I really just didn't have that type of mentality. I was really insecure. Oh my god, these freaking bugs are killing me. Um, I also need to figure out how to. This is totally a sidetrack, but I need to figure out how to like deter the mosquitoes for my party because it is going to be outside, and I don't want everyone to get bitten. But I also don't want to like spray too much for the bugs because I don't want to kill any of like the good bugs or like the pollinators or the bees or anything. So if you're watching this and you have a good way of like getting rid of mosquitoes in the yard, I think I'll try to do like the citronella incense and maybe those like tiki torches, but I don't know how good that is as like far as like containing it throughout the whole yard. So um where was I going? What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, so I don't know, a big theme has just been like me thinking about the past, or like I used to really think about the past and like desperately wish to be able to go back in time and like make better decisions or change certain things or just be able to like tell myself certain things so that I wouldn't feel like I needed to, so I wouldn't feel like I don't matter even though I did. I don't know if that makes sense, but now I'm kind of, when I look back on the past, I don't really have that desperation to like go back and change things because honestly, everything did turn out exactly as it should be. I love my life. I love the people in my life, and I would have never met Kevin or certain people if I'd never made certain decisions that I wish I could have changed. So it's like, even though maybe those decisions weren't the best, it led me to the correct path. So right now, when I think about the past, I kind of look back with more empathy and just being like, wow, I really did need to learn. I really did need to go through these things to learn because if I didn't, then I would never have learned. And who knows what kind of person I would be right now. I hear that, or I think about that a lot when I think about like people who grew up like a little bit chubbier or, chunkier as a kid. And then when they grow up, they like lose weight and get skinny and have this big glow up. They have more of a perspective on like appearances and how people treat you differently at different sizes and different looks. And I think they have a little bit more empathy and are just kinder than people. And I'm not saying like everybody who was skinny or pretty as a young person is like rude now, but I just think you have a bit more of a perspective when you were a certain way and you kind of grew out of that. So that's kind of like how I think when I look back now, is like I am glad for all the mistakes that I made because it really taught me everything that I needed to know. And without making those mistakes, I would have never learned. Sorry, I'm freaking itching my ankles because, Jesus, I've only been out here for like 10 minutes and it's insane. Um, but a thing that I was thinking about is how I am trying to accept myself as the current version of myself instead of like wishing that I could be at my goal body or my goal job or my dream life or whatever. I'm trying to like show up as I am right now instead of like waiting until I have those perfect things, because if I wait, then I may never have those things because I'll just be in a constant state of waiting, and that's all I'll be used to. It's like waiting and waiting and waiting, and I'll never do anything. So I was thinking a lot about how like to get to the version of myself that I want to be, the current version of myself is the one who has to do that. So I need to show the current version of myself love. I need to accept the current version of myself and just accept that this is where I am now. Even if I'm not completely happy with everything or I'm not where I want to be, that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with me right now. And that doesn't mean that I should be hard on myself or be mean to myself or like feel bad about who I am. And that's something that's a little bit hard. Oh my God. Freaking mosquito bit me right as I was looking at it. Okay, so this is probably going to be a little shorter of a video because I cannot stand out to be out here any longer. But I was just saying, like, I need to really. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I just scratched my armpit. Today is a bit chaotic, but that is just who I am currently. I'm a little bit chaotic, and this version of myself is going to get me to the next version of myself, and that version will get me to the next version, and so on and so on. So, I don't know, I am trying not to live for the future version of myself and live for the current version of myself. I don't want to, like, put off making memories or put off doing things just because I feel like I'm not ready yet or I'm not where I want to be yet. Jesus. Now there's a freaking helicopter coming. I don't know if that's bothersome, but um I lost my train of thought. I know that I do think about the current version of myself, but I also sometimes think about the future version of me, and I will do things for her as well. Like, not that I'm always thinking about the future or waiting to, you know, do things for the future, but I'm trying now to like make things a little bit easier on future Manda. Like if I can lay out my clothes the night before I have something important so that, the version of me in the morning who's really tired it'll be easy for me to like get dressed and it won't take so much effort to get ready in the morning. Or taking care of myself by eating good and working out right now can help the future version of me just feel better. I'll feel better about my body. I'll feel better about like my endurance and stuff like that. So it's kind of like hard to balance. How do I accept who I am right now while working to be the person that I want to be? And I think that's just like gonna be a daily kind of struggle to like kind of balance that. But I definitely feel like I'm getting there. I'm definitely improving, and I'm not like obsessing over how long it's gonna take to get there or what I need to do to get there. I'm just taking it day by day and taking each current version of me and doing the best that I can with who I am right now to get closer and closer to who I want to be. And I don't think that I'm saying that I don't want to be who I am right now, because I think me from a year ago would want to be who I am right now, you know? So it's just like, as we keep progressing and growing in life, I think we can get comfortable. Like, so maybe last year I was here and I've made a little bit of progress and now I'm here, but I've gotten comfortable there now. So, like, while I am happy that I have made those changes and gotten to where I am, now that I've been here for a little bit, I am ready to kind of move on and grow more. So I think it's all about just like balance and trying to do our best with being kind to who we are right now while working on those goals that we have for the future. Um, I really don't think that I ruminate on the past anymore like I used to. I think like I don't know, it's weird. When I was younger, I felt like I was running out of time and like way older than I do right now, because I don't know, I think being in your 20s is such a weird it's a really weird time, especially now with like social media and like Gen Z. I don't know what I don't think I'm considered Gen Z, but I don't really feel like a millennial either. I think because I'm 1996, so I guess I'm a zillennial. I don't know. But I do think that like Gen Z and the younger generations kind of are getting a little bit too scared to grow up. Like, I think people are like, there's like girls who are like 24, and then people will be like, wow, you look really good for your age. And it's like, what? Yes, they look good because they're 24. That's young. And I don't know. I feel like I used to be really like scared about getting older and growing up. And I think before, like when I was like 20, yeah, like 23, or maybe even like 23 to like 27 to 28, I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be 30. I'm scared. Like, I don't want to leave my 20s. I haven't accomplished any of this, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's all over after you hit 30. But now that I'm going to be 30 next week, I feel like it's just the beginning. It feels like our 20s really are supposed to be for like figuring out who we are, figuring out what we want in life, making the mistakes so that we can learn lessons and grow. And then our 30s are kind of, I think, to like refine that. And I'm hoping that it will be like my best decade yet, because I'm going to have more money. I'm going to have more money. Hopefully I will have more time, and I will just have more confidence in who I am to do the things that I want to do without like questioning myself too much, or feeling like I don't deserve to do things. So I am actually really excited to be 30 and for a whole new decade. It feels like I got my hair cut and everything, so it's like a fresh start. We also got new flooring in the house, so it just feels like it's a whole new chapter in my life, and I'm really excited to step into it and see where it takes me. I kind of want to make one of those like old school YouTube videos where it's like 20 things I learned in my 20s, but I'm not really sure what I learned. I need to like think about it, because I feel like I barely remember my 20s. Like, my memories nowadays is so horrible. I don't even know what I did these past 10 years. Like, so I'm gonna need to like think about that a little bit and make a video for that. I am really getting freaking bit up by these mosquitoes still, so I think I'm going to cut it there. I really just wanted to be able to take the time to come back on my channel and let you know that I know that I've been out for 3 days, but things have just been really crazy. So I've gotten a few comments that people were getting my videos recommended to them by the algorithm, so it feels like the algorithm senpai is noticing me. I am getting really like inspired about different videos that I want to make, and I don't know, it just feels different this time because I feel like when I started my channel and was starting to make videos, I would have spurts where I'm like, yeah, I want to make videos, I want to do stuff for my channel, and then like I would get so overwhelmed that I would just do nothing, and then I wouldn't go on my channel for months. But now, like even after I had a lot going on and I took like a 3-day break, I didn't let that stop me, and I kind of was really excited to come and start talking again. So I don't know, it just feels like I'm really shifting things internally to be able to, oh my God, really shifting things to be able to like handle a little bit more, expand my capacity for not stress, but just like things going on. So I'm also being just like a little bit more gentle with myself, but in a healthy way, because I don't want to be too gentle where I'm like, no, don't worry, I can take this whole week off. Like, I don't need to worry about it. I want to like make it easy for me so that I'm just like recording on here. If I'm doing a lot, then I'll just like take a video like this and talk about things on my mind. And if I have more time, I can put a little more effort into it. So, yeah, I don't know. The mosquitoes are really bothering me, so like nothing in my brain is working. So I'm sorry that this was kind of like a chaotic video and that I was missing for a couple days, but I am hoping to get back on my track. I filmed my Between Sips video for this week actually because since I didn't film it last week, I wanted to do something special. So Friday I have something special. I did a little coffee flight, so it was really good. So it's gonna be cute. But yeah, hopefully tomorrow I can sit inside or at least outside in the morning where I'm not getting eaten alive by these mosquitoes, and we can have a little bit more of a real chat, because today was kind of like, I don't know. I really don't even know what I talked about. But yeah, I hope you are having a good day too, and you're having a good start to your week, and good start to your month, because it's August. So happy birthday to all the Leos out there and all the August babies. I hope to keep checking in this week to give updates on like how the party stuff is going, and just have a little bit more conversations of the things that I've been talking about, because I feel like I keep talking about the same things, but it comes out in different ways. So hopefully it's making things kind of make sense to you. It's making it make a little bit more sense to me, even though it feels like I don't remember anything that I talk about. But I think inside, like in my subconscious, is working. So yeah, that's all I have for you today. I really appreciate you spending time with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.